Hi, I'm Scott Button, and here's the last of our 4 things you can do to improve your relationship and your conversational interaction with others. Who of us hasn't jumped into a verbal exchange fueled by our immediate kind of emotions, only to wish later that we thought we had paused, thought a bit more about what we were going to say before we said it. One thing that we can all learn to do that will save us from one of those moments of regret, and in doing so build better relational skills, is this: to push pause and check our emotions before we open our mouth. When you feel the emotions surging in an interaction with another, push pause, close your mouth, then note what is it that you are feeling, give it a name, and then ask yourself, well, why am I feeling this? It can take a bit of practice to get into this habit, but over time, once you get kind of used to doing it, you can process those thoughts within 1 or 2 seconds. Now, why is that really important to be able to do that? Well, the emotional part of our brain fires up really quickly and responds really quickly. But the logical part of our brain takes a little bit more intentionality and thought and time to process things. Emotional responses can happen instantly, but helpful responses can take a little longer. Now, while your emotions are real, they may not be the helpful driver that you need in an interaction with another, or they may simply actually not be directly related to that person that you're in a conversation with at that moment. E.g., you're grumpy, you've had a bad day at work, it's just, ugh. You get home, your spouse asks you a question, you're feeling grumpy and you want to snap back. But if you push pause, think about what you're feeling, name it, and work out why you're feeling that. One, it diffuses the emotion, but also you realize, hey, I'm grumpy not because of my wife. I don't need to snap at her. It's because of the day I've had. Or maybe, someone suggests a brilliant new idea and life's pretty boring and mundane and nothing's working at the moment, and someone comes up with this flashy new idea and it triggers these feelings of emotion, of excitement in you. And so there's a bit of you that want to, out of that excitement, just say, yes, let's go for it, when actually it might be something that you need to pause and think about a lot more before you say yes. Well, the person that you're interacting with is just getting on your nerves. They're making you angry by what they're saying or how they're saying it. And so you just want to respond in anger because you're feeling angry. But if you're able to pause, name what you're feeling and why, it gives you a chance to be thoughtful in how you might respond without the emotive edge to it, and therefore enable that conversation and interaction to be more constructive rather than disintegrate into a yelling match. To actually engage with others like this is to reflect something of the heart of God. As it says about God throughout the scriptures, but I love this one in Psalm 103, verse 8, where it says, God is compassionate and gracious, slow to anger, and abounding in love. God is someone who thinks before he speaks because he cares about the other person. When we push pause, when we think about what we're feeling and why, it's actually saying, I care enough about this person to put some energy and effort into this relationship, into this conversation, so that at best, if it goes the way I want, it'll be a win-win for both of us. Why not try it and see what happens? Now, if you find this little video helpful, why not share it with others on your social media feed and bring some help and hope to them?